There you go. Hello. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Oh no. Yep. Okay. Good. Yeah. I don't know. YouTube was doing something funky, and it refused to like start the stream, but it started like a phantom stream or something like that. So I don't know what happened. Um. Yeah. Welcome back. Uh, I'm drawing. I want to draw curse scavengers, as the title implied. So there's curse cultivation facilities, right, that ROM has. Um, a lot of them are abandoned, and I want to draw scavengers that enter those facilities, and scavenge curses or valuable curses from them to try and sell them on the black market. The reason I want to draw these scavengers in specifically is because I thought it would be fun to do a bit more exploring when it comes to how people protect against curses. I find it to be a fun topic, superstitions and stuff like that around curses and how to protect against them and what ridiculous ways they go about it, unique ways depending on the person and their beliefs. Um, and for this one specifically, I thought, well, I made him a Hatchfolk. Obviously, that's the main thing. Uh, but also, I thought it'd be fun if he has like an outfit made out of an entire lamb, like coat or hide, I guess. Because I looked a little bit into curses, and it seems like there are two sort of methods of protecting against curses in real life. Uh, Protection against curses sort of goes two ways. It's either deflection of curses. So there are some cultures that use reflective things like mirrors and break them or whatever, or like reflective metal, you know, coins or whatever, like reflecting. The idea is to bounce the curses off of you so they don't enter you. Uh, but then there's another method, which is sort of which is absorption, where the idea is instead that you find something to absorb the curse on your behalf. So you're not bouncing it off. It's like you get something that can soak up curses, and I guess from the perspective of the curse, seems more tasty than you. And that's what I found interesting was like, oh, it'd be fun, or yeah, I found that interesting. It sort of made me think of like sacrifices and stuff like that, like or like which can help you hide from curses. Yeah, I guess I didn't see that. or I didn't find that. But yeah, hiding from curses would also be an interesting angle, just having them be unable to sense you in the first place. But for this one, I think having his belief be tied around the idea of absorbing things absorbing curses on its behalf, I think is interesting. And the way I thought about that would be to have him have a coat made out of an entire skinned lamb. The idea was sort of, well, probably they would think that curses are more attracted to pure things, and lambs are sort of a pure thing, right? Like in a lot of, symbolically, it's like they're seen as pure, so it makes sense if you just made an entire outfit out of a lamb skin so that it can absorb the curses on your behalf. Well, yeah, amulets would also be something that exists, but I felt I wanted to come up with something that would affect the look of the character more entirely. Like that's the whole point. I didn't want anything that's like too small. Because like little trinkets and items that protect against, or I believe to protect against curses, I feel like would be rather common. The average soldier or scavenger would probably have something on their person that they believe helps ward curses. But for the curse scavenger in particular, they are entering a location that is incredibly dense with curse activity, right? It is literally a curse cultivation facility. They are going into the nexus of curses. So for them, I feel like their need to protect themselves against curses would be tenfold, obviously, you know? So they have the most weird and wacky and ritualistic ways of hoping to protect themselves in those situations, fighting against things that are invisible. Skin of a different being is kind of hiding. Yeah, I guess that can also work. Amulet, strawman, carving, prey strip. Yeah. Okay, actually, strawman. I find that very interesting. The idea of strawman. I didn't consider that yet. Let me write that down. So sort of a lure, a curse lure, where it's like a little talisman or doll thing that you throw out that lets like that attracts curses and has them swarm towards it. I didn't think about that yet. I was thinking about it in the sense of like, oh, lamb's blood. Like maybe they spray lamb's blood around to have the curses like gather around that instead as they move in. But having it be like an actual physical item, I think is actually a lot more interesting because then we can design the actual lure itself to make it like a prominent part of the design. How genetically close are the Hatchfolk to rats? They're people. They're just shaped weird. I don't know about genetics. Um, they didn't fuck rats and have rat human babies or anything. They are just humans, generations and generations into surviving in the trenches and getting affected by metamorphosis, and that turned them into this weird shape. So I don't think they have any kind of rat in them. Strawmen are early European versions of voodoo dolls. They had a protective element where they would absorb hexes in place of people the dolls was made of. Yeah. So I guess that would be really interesting to have like cursed or like lures like that. Yeah, but I think the main shtick of this dude or this character will be the big like lamb coat that he has. So I also because they're going into like a sort of fantasy radiation zone pretty much, it's curses, invisible things that get you fucked up that you can't see, like invisible dangers. It's kind of like the same idea as radiation. I thought it'd be good to like take inspiration from, well, hazmat suits um and stuff. So that's why I'm like making it cover the face and have like the lenses. But yeah, hold on. I think I should draw this again. But yeah, what other like weird wards or protections um against curses could this guy have? I don't want to do too many. I think it makes sense that he'd have a few, but not like too many. Everybody has their own beliefs, but I think he would most likely believe that the hazmat lamb suit is pretty good already at protecting him, and then the rest is extra. But yeah, what's his personality? I don't know. It's a Hatchfolk. Hold on, I haven't even considered like okay, um, stalker anomalies. Yeah, yeah. So I don't think there are like government funded groups of scavengers that get sent into the facilities to retrieve valuable curses. I think from Ram's perspective, if one of them goes awry, it's simpler to just leave it abandoned, uh, and then just move on and make another one. So all of the scavengers that are willing to risk their lives to go into those places to scavenge curses would be um, self-funded. They'd be crazed scavengers willing to risk their lives, or maybe, if possible, like a coordinated group of them, if they can manage to cobble the gear together. Yeah, so I don't think I feel like the lamb suit that he's wearing would not be a common thing. Like it's not like a common uniform of people that go into these places. It's like just his thing, or maybe like a few people that subscribe to the same beliefs of warding curses that he does. Curse cult. I mean, that's pretty much the Burleman. Thinking bone white for the gas mask part. No, I'm thinking the whole like his whole outfit is an entire lambskin, or maybe made of multiple lambskins. Uh, so it's all the same material. Oh, and then I thought about like putting these on it. Gotta pull up my Figma file. I really like Thai uh protective tattoos. They're cool. So I thought it'd be fun to have those like etched into the lambskin, maybe. that stuff, like, tattooed on the lamb skin. No, they're just called yan, not sakyan. Sak is tattooing. Sak means tattoo. Lai sak means tattoo. So sakyan just means tattoo or protection tattoo. It's just called yan. Sakyan is, I guess, the act of tattooing. Yan. It's the fucking chai tea situation, basically. That's what it is. It wouldn't be sakyan. I find it the funny in the same way as like when like foreigners practice Muay Thai, they call the kick teep, which is just the word kick in Thai. So they could just say kick because that's what we call it. It's a kick teep. That makes it sound like a special technique because it has a unique name. No, it's just a kick. Called a kick. Involves making yourself appear as dead as possible, so skin and blood are part of that. Well, curses don't really stop when you're dead. I guess my curses, like the curses in my world, don't really care. Um, I mean, it depends on the curse, I guess, but yeah, I'm having a bit of a hard time talking as well, so just bear with me if I'm incoherent and don't make any sense. My head's all over the place. I'm not good at talking. And then Nim in the chat, by the way, he suggested something good because I was already doing lambs. I didn't know about like there's a type of like charm that's like a lamb foot or a sheep foot. I guess it has the sort of same idea as like a rabbit's paw, like a rabbit foot. Um, so it'd be fun to have those like hanging off of his. Well, these are I'm imagining the ones that hang off of his sleeves, and his legs would be the actual like the main lamb's just feet dangling off of its hide. But then he might have some like extra ones slung around his hip, whatever. But yeah, if this is like the oh, and I thought the gas mask would be like just the front portion of the mask, so the eyes aren't attached to it. It's like he has a sort of a respirator type thing slung around his head, and then his hoodie, which is the face of the lamb, sort of goes over it with the eyes like sewn into the eye slots of the of the lamb head. Also, this is a pretty big lamb. I mean, Hatchfolk aren't that big, but this is a pretty big lamb. I keep saying lamb, but it's probably more like a sheep, like a pretty grown-up sheep to be big enough. I do want just one hide for the whole body because I think that's weirder than having it be like a tailored outfit made out of just multiple hides. A big boned lamb, yeah. Yeah. And we should. So Lambla, the talisman. Okay, I like the warding, the curse lures. I think those can be like the two main shticks of the design. Is the 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 lamb onesie. How do you spell onesie? Onesie. Uh, and then the curse lures. that he has like a bunch of those just like piled on his back that he throws out um in front of him in different directions to hopefully like uh attract the curses away from him. We'll have to design those. I think it'd probably be like a sort of simple straw looking thing with maybe some. Oh, it'd be fun to like have stuff inside, like organs and stuff, to mimic a person. Because I guess that'd be the idea of it, to have it resemble a person, so the curses like get deceived into thinking that it's a host or a worthy target. So you could put like organ bits inside, maybe, and hair, like human hair, and then like wrap some like leather around it. I feel like that would pretty much be enough to like fool a curse. Leather, skin, hair, organs, uh, maybe some blood. Stamp a blood like thumbprint on their head or whatever. Of any type, could there be witches connected to cities? Burla witch, Version witch, and Rom witch? Well, yeah. Yeah. The thing is, hmm. I know it doesn't make sense that his hands and feet are exposed, right? But I feel weird giving him gloves, cause it kind of feels wrong for a hatchfolk to have gloves. I feel like they would much rather like prefer their sense of touch to remain unimpeded. But also like obviously it doesn't make sense to have a hazmat suit inspired thing that has exposed hands and feet. And also it doesn't really make sense to have exposed feet and hands in a place that most likely has a lot of broken glass and sharp bits. Like the curse facility, all the vessels and vials for the curses would be made out of glass or have parts of glass, and the floor would be covered in them. So yeah, maybe some kind of sandal. Maybe they have wrappings on their hands. Well, yeah, guess. Um, just add gloves to his belt or something. Yeah, guess so. I can have them like hanging off of his wrists. That could be fun. Maybe they've calloused their hands. I mean, yeah, to an extent. That's like I feel like in the average trench, they wouldn't be wearing shoes, because their feet are like calloused enough to that sort of environment. But specifically for the curse facilities, I feel like there's an extent to how much callus can protect you from, and broken glass is probably the limit. Like, oh, they're so callous they can walk on broken glass. I'd prefer not to, especially with all the like curses around and worry about getting cursed. Can't get Trent's foot if you don't wear shoes, exactly. Is there any sort of official map? No. I've drawn one for fun, but it's not done. I sort of ditched it. If they don't wear shoes, one could just trap for them with caltrops. I guess, yeah. There'd be certain situations where they'd wear some sort of footwear. I feel it's not like a fucking religious thing, or like a one and done rule where it's like we never wear shoes. No, if we're not stupid, like they're still human. Uh, if they need to wear shoes, they're gonna. Um, I feel like they're just more comfortable without them. So perhaps if it's like entering territory that is unfamiliar, they'd most likely wear shoes. That just makes sense for that exact reason, like caltrops and stuff like that. You'd obviously want to know what you're getting into or be prepared for it. A random gal from the US just gave me around bucks for 3 commissions. Here you have a 0.4% of it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Holy shit. 1,365 bucks for 3 commissions. What the fuck did you draw? Mike, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Where is that? Oh. Also, I've just been sort of. Wait. I've been furry art involved, by the way. That's even more impressive. I was going to guess that. Normally, I don't hear those kinds of numbers outside of that. Uh, you don't believe you. Yeah, good job, man. That's great. Great to hear you're making the bucks, the big bucks commissions. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Right. I'm sort of struggling to figure out how Hatchfolk wear clothes well, because like their bodies are just really awkward looking, which in turn makes it so when I put clothes on them, they look even more awkward. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to give them clothing. Like here, I don't like how the pants look. Like what am I supposed to do with pants? It's weird if they stop here. It's weird if I give them shorts. It's weird if they like I don't know where they would end their pants. Yeah, so a bunch of these like protective dolls hanging off of him here, I'd say, like from his big old backpack. For the backpack, I'm definitely like taking inspo from fucking Forever Winter, just big square rack on his back, because the vessels that hold curses are pretty big, so you'd sort of just need like a big open rack to place them on with like straps and ropes to just tie them to the frame of the backpack. Convincing you to join the dark side. I mean, it is profitable if you're willing to go there. I myself find it completely reasonable and understandable, and I fully support artists doing that for the hustle. I don't lose respect for artists if they fucking step into the furry commissions or whatever. It's literally just another category of art, like matter. Infinite more money glitch. Missed this, but will the hooks on the marionette be smaller marionettes? Eh. No, I don't know. I haven't like thought about. I I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Guess this is fine. I want the back portion of it. I thought it'd be funny to just have the legs of the lamb or sheep or whatever just like trailing behind him, like the two of them like tied together behind his back, like this. And then he has some sort of like loincloth coming out in front. Again, I don't know what kind of clothing they'd wear. Like just pants. If it's just a full suit without anything draping down, it looks weird. So I feel like it would make sense that it would like drape down and then go into like a separate pair of leggings, but uh, they'd have to have like a seam on the side so they can more comfortably like squat down. Or maybe it is just a fucking onesie. You know what? I feel it. I don't know why I'm so against it looking awkward and weird. I just have this thing where it just needs to look nice. My idea of nice, by the way, uh, like just proportionally and flow wise, I feel like it always needs to like rhyme somehow. But actually, it being a onesie makes more sense, and it looking weird makes sense as well, because it's a dude wearing a whole lambskin. Like, how will you not make it weird? So yeah, maybe we do have it have thing. Yeah, actually, I think that's good. I hate it, but I need to like resist my urge to not make it look nice. How intelligent are witches? It really depends on the witch. Really depends on the witch. The hustle too. I've tried even when more tamer furry commissions, but my heart's just not in it. Hey, if your heart's not in it, don't force it. You know, I feel like that's just a fast way to lose your soul if you force it. If it's not in it, then you just have to accept it. Uh, there's other ways, obviously. The furry commissions are not the be all end all of making it as an artist or surviving as an artist. Well, that could change, I guess. I don't know. How does the suit block out curses? Well, it's sort of the idea that the suit absorbs the curses on his behalf, because it's like made of pure animal skin. So the curses find that more tasty. So they just attach to this instead. And I can imagine like, oh yeah, I can imagine like sort of patches of these like circular crusty materials, sort of like the stuff that sticks to ships, those things. So I'm imagining like curses rooting into his outfit, and then after he's done his expedition or anything, or whatever, he like takes off the suit and then just has to scrape off the curses that are growing on it. Barnacles, yeah. So it's like they attach to it, they start growing that like shape that the curses have, and they just you got to scrape it off, but it sort of damages the suit, or and leaves like a ring scar on it. But that can be like a cool storytelling thing where you can see that the suit is working. I don't think armor would be the main concern in the curse facilities. Armor is not really a concern, although I do think he'd have like a firearm for self-protection and stuff. Most likely, like those facilities would maybe have some uh like witch spawn or whatever roaming around. But I feel like the goal of a scavenger like this would preferably be to not get into conflict. Like if anything happens, they would run. So armor is not really a necessary thing because they just want to be fast on their feet, and especially because they're already hauling heavy shit around. Okay, yeah, but I can definitely add like more lamb hooves. I want something around his neck. If just more hooves, I guess. More hooves. Hold on, I gotta go to Nim's chat to. Oh, there it is. This here. I like these. I don't want to add too many differing or conflicting things onto him because it can very easily just become cluttered. I did the same mistake with the marionette design I did for the latest video. I just got way too carried away and added a few too many things, and it made it like too much. Before I had to like pull it back and realize that was just too much. So I'm really trying to be self-conscious of that with this design, and think like, okay, we have two main shticks, right? Two main like points of interest for the design: the lamb onesie hazmat suit and the attracting like curse attracting lures. That's it. No more. Like we can add lesser details to those, like smaller details, but no more big attention grabbing aspects that differ from the theme, right? Because then it starts getting unclear uh at what the hell is going on, you know? It's like too many ideas are asking for your attention. It's like a hierarchy, you know, like hierarchy of ideas. I can add more ideas, but they have to be like lesser ones that branch off of or are coherent with the already existing ones. Like, can I add details to the lores, or like, you know, these like tattoo patterns onto the lambskin, but I can't just like branch off and start a whole new one. I mean, I this is the way I'm thinking about it, by the way. I'm not telling you like, oh, this is how to make good designs. I'm just that's what I'm trying to like figure out in my head of like how I can make it more interesting is by committing to a few things and then just doing it well. I think it's okay to start big with a lot of detail, then slowly whittle them away. Yeah, yeah. I I think I'm happy with that design. It does look a little cobbled together. Like a lot of its elements are um non like they the theme doesn't run out throughout the whole design. Like the dress is just that dress. There's no other elements of the design that correlate with the dress, or like rhyme with it. Or for example, the chest piece, which is like a cut off flat, and then has like the patterns on it that I really like. There's not really another part of the body that copies that same idea over, except for like the cut off portions of the limbs where the joints are, but that's like really subtle, so I don't really count it. So it's like a lot of elements that should be echoed in other parts of the design to like help make it more cohesive, but they don't aren't really. Same with the gramophones, but I think my reasoning kind of works because the idea is that the marionette is made out of scavenged parts. So it does like that's my excuse that kind of allows me to be like, well, it kind of makes sense that parts of her don't rhyme together cuz she's made out of scavenged parts. They weren't all perfectly designed to match and look nice. It's one part from this thing, another part from that thing. Uh so yeah, that's my excuse for why it can be like that. But with a design like this, I feel like I have less leeway. Well, I still do have a lot of leeway because like the idea of scavengers as a whole is just cobble together whatever you can, pure survival, fucking. So yeah, it can still definitely be like, oh, I just grab whatever and don't have a theme to my design at all. But it's still nice to have like I think it's fun if I just commit to the lamb and the lures, because then it just makes it seem more like this dude's just obsessed with that idea. It he commits to it. He thinks that's the thing that's gonna save him, so he's just buying lamb feet, uh, like charms en masse and just hanging them around his neck, piling them on. Uh, and I bet this dude's hazmat suit or like lamb suit is like his baby. He takes care of this thing religiously, puts it away nicely at the end of the day and everything, or maybe doesn't even take it off at all. Because what I'm thinking is 90% of the scavengers that go into the curse facilities, they don't have the luxury of what he is wearing. They are going there in desperation to try and win a jackpot, pretty much. You're going in there, high risk, high reward. You can get cursed to shit, but if you come out with a curse that's valuable enough, you can make it out of that situation by selling it on the black market. Um, but this guy got lucky, and he's fortunate enough to maybe have gotten lucky once and come back and made enough to tailor like a lamb suit for himself, uh, to protect him for continued treks into that place. But most people would just have to go in without any protection. Pigmass as reference for this? No, I. Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, I didn't think about that at all. But yeah, that is sort of in the same vein, huh? Would he be the type of lab to goat about it? I don't know if the pun was intentional, but haha. I don't know. I guess like I want to write a little short, just like lore segment of the stranger accompanying this guy into an expedition into the curse facilities and just like watching him because of with the weird rituals and stuff of him like throwing stuff out and the preparations before going in with how serious he takes it. uh it would be important for me to like figure out what kind of person this dude is. I don't know if he'd boast about it. He could be very humble with it, where he's just like, I was lucky enough to have all this luxury of this protective gear and stuff that I have with me. Like he acknowledges that other people aren't as lucky to get into uh, get this stuff. Or he could, yeah, be very boastful, just being like, I totally earned this. I worked hard for it, and those other people just suck. Shiny bracelets keep the curses away from his beautiful hands. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I can give him like some brace. Nah, the lamb feet are. Mike got cursed. Yeah, my mic's fucked. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. Is it did it suddenly get like really bad or what happened? Like I mean in this stream from the same uh, from a second ago, or is it just the same bad as it was the start of the stream? I didn't notice anything yet. Yeah, okay. No, it just got more static. Okay, there you go. You know what? I think this is honestly, like, sufficient for the design. I do feel like he should have shoes, though. Some sort of shoes. Should he have shoes? It'd be funny if he had lamb hooves. He just gave himself hooves. Fucking fully cosplaying. That would solve the glass problem. Yeah. So it's like a sewn shoe. Yeah, honestly, yeah. It makes him more weird, which I like it. He's just a weirdo wearing a fucking lamb suit into hazardous environments. You DM'd me an idea with lamb shoes? Yeah, I didn't see it. Alright. That is a good idea. Yeah, it just makes him weird. It's like a weird goat guy. Do I think I need to change something? I feel like I settled into the design way too quickly. But, well, I say that. I've been drawing this dude, like, over and over again, like, 10 times. Uh, this is just the attempt I decided to stream, so it's not like I'm settling into the idea. It's just, like, shape-wise, happy with, I think. Do I want it to be looser than this? I feel like no. Like, it makes sense that he'd want it to be more tight-fitting, not get in the way. Mask looks fire. Thanks. Hold on. I gotta, like, look up lamb heads. Lamb face. You know what would be a really helpful reference that I just couldn't fucking find? I don't know why I couldn't find it. Is I wanted to look for a video of a lamb taxidermy. Cause that would obviously be the whole lamb skin. And if it's a video, then I can specifically see the part where it's just the skin getting stretched over the shape of it. So, like, how would it look deflated without all the stuff inside? Because if I search up lamb taxidermy, then obviously it's a finished lamb taxidermy. So yeah, the nose is pretty much this. It's just like a triangle like that. Then it goes down into the lips, but obviously the lips are now no longer there. Actually, let me try again. Maybe I can. Lamb Or sheep. I guess sheep taxidermy. That's taxidermy. No. I wish I had a taxidermist that I could just visit and just be like, hey, can I see your skins? Can I see your loose skins? Love to. Okay, I found a skinned lamb head, but no skin. That I found the skin on a lamb and the lamb without the skin, but I have not found the skin on its own, just the face. Do lambs have eyelash? Yeah. Oh, also this device on his back is our sacrificial lungs. Uh, Basically the idea is they are lungs that breathe on your behalf. So you just attach your fucking blood to it, with like two tubes, and then it just oxidizes your blood for you, so you're not even breathing. So the gas mask he's wearing is literally a backup. Again, just a luxury that most people won't have. I thought what would be fun was I had the idea that chemical weapons or magically enhanced chemical weapons in the battle would lead to the point where conventional filters don't work on them, and they are specifically designed to like target organics. So I thought it'd be interesting that they would need to develop gas filters or like gas mask filters that have like organic membranes inside them that filter like curse weapons or like those kinds of like bio weapons that degrade flesh. And so it'd basically be just a gas mask filter with like flesh inside of it, like a flesh spongy thing that degrades over time as it's like absorbing the hazardous like curse weapons and stuff. Um, so that's what like most people would have is like those gas masks. Uh, but then they also have like sacrificial lungs, which are like another layer of defense. You can just not breathe and have the lungs breathe on your behalf, and they'd also have one of those filters attached. So it's like double layered even. It's the filter going into a pair of lungs that isn't yours. And then when those lungs get fucked, then you can change to like use your filter if you want. Uh, Telling me that gas mask is using lungs that are still breathing. Yes. Well, not the gas mask. The um, there there's gas filters that have membranes in them that protect against curses. But then there's also artificial lungs, or sacrificial lungs that breathe for you, so you don't even breathe through your mouth. You're not breathing. You just exhale and then you stop, close your mouth and nose or whatever, and then that thing breathes for you. but I haven't like fully ironed it out yet. I still want to think about it more with the artificial lungs and stuff and how they work, or like how the gas filters work. Because I'm also thinking like if it has biomaterial in it, it would just degrade over time, like it just rot. So I was thinking then you would need to have like there's a the flesh filters are made of something. Something's flesh is in those filters. So the thing that made those filters would most likely be in like bunker cities and stuff like that where they manufacture them. So you'd probably need to have the filters hooked up to a living thing to have them regenerate or keep from spoiling. So I'm guessing you would have like a creature or something that these lungs were created from that just idle and has like all tubes and stuff attached to them. And then when you reach your base and you're finally safe, you take out your filter and then reattach it to have it like slowly regenerate or heal. Um, I just like the visual of like your respirate or like the gas filter of your mask like just slowly leaking black ooze or just stuff out of the holes, and it's getting harder to like breathe through, and it sort of has an irony taste to it, and you're like, ah, shit, my filter's degrading. Like we've clearly like gone into a zone that has some curse in the air or whatever, so the filter's degrading. We got to get back and like uh fix the filters or heal them again. Yeah, and then there's just a pair of lungs. And then there's a pump down here that like up and down to cause a vacuum to inflate the lungs. And this is the filter up here. Probably can make it like drip some soot out gradually as it like degrades. I don't know how common um this kind of stuff would be. I don't think I should really be concerning myself. It doesn't really matter. No, no, I don't mean the filter collects ooze. I mean like the filter is degrading and is turning into ooze that is oozing out of the holes of the filter. So that's like how you can tell that your filter's starting to get shitty. And also because you're breathing through the membrane, you can taste it, which I think would just be nice. You know, you can just taste the iron and ugh, like some organy smell to it while you. And then also you'd need some sort of mana boiler to fuel this thing as well. Have to put mana boiler. To the chained lung generator humanoid when we get back to the base. Yeah, I don't know what would be more horrifying. to chain it to, or like a creature that's just been turned into like a thing that just produces membrane and is like fed with like test like what are those called, like IV drops and shit. Most likely you wouldn't, yeah, like, or some sort of treat. Most likely it wouldn't like be gruesomely on display. Like I can imagine it being sort of this like large machine with like a bunch of cables coming out at the bottom with like a bunch of the filters just hooked up to it. Sort of like a charging station, pretty much a charging port station for phones. But instead it's like maybe some fucking, classic uh, ritualistic shrine kind of thing. And then the thing that is regenerating these filters is obviously in there, but we don't really think about it that much because yuck. Yeah, there you go. Organ, and then I'm guessing the pump is on the other side. If we add more shit on this side, it's gonna get too. So the rest is just gonna be um the backpack strap. This. And then all the like uh test or curse tanks that are curse specimens that you've already collected. Oh shit! Who did what? Oh, thank you for subscribing, Josh. Appreciate it. I think Azats did something similar. I don't know. God, I need to rewatch that. I've completely forgotten it. They made like a video on how their gas mask work, and it also is like a weird organic thing. But I don't know if maybe I subconsciously literally just copied that. I might have just copied that, and when I look when I go back to look at that, I'd be like, oh, they did the exact same thing. It's like, oh yes, there's curses in the air or bad stuff, and we've made organic filters to filter it out. I think. Hold on. I gotta look it up. It's bothering too much. That's for lungs. It has ribs. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I did just yoink it. Shit. It's even better in Azetz's version. Fuck. Yeah, it's basically like a weird like flesh bag full of like air sacs and lungs and whatever that filter airborne you know stuff, airborne bad thing. What do I do now? Well, shit. I mean, the these lungs. That's not. I didn't steal that. That's wholly me. That's just me. Uh, or I don't think Erzatz did that. But the organic filter. That's 100% just fucking yoinked that shit. Whoops. I guess what the fuck do I do? I like the idea. What do I do? I guess I can just take it. Like it's not it's not bad to it's the best form of flattery is theft. Just theft. Yeah, I just feel bad now because I thought I was like, oh yeah, that's a neat idea. God, I hope Azats didn't do that thing. I think it did. Turns out it did it exactly, and I just fucking yoinked it. There a tar witch? I don't know. Probably. Don't have time to draw all of it. Also, I'll need to design the canisters they'll look like. I'll just hide. This is bad. I need to make a proper backpack for. Also, the reason they're hexagons, or I'm trying to make them look like hexagons, is because I so Chabby and Sedeka did an amazing job already, like illustrating, or they did some like drawings of the curse facilities, because I didn't fucking have time to think about them. And also they just draw faster than I do. Like I haven't gotten to them yet, and they've already fucking designed them. And I really like how they designed them. Basically, it's like this giant floor of vials, or like specimens, like put into the floor, the same as like reactor rods in a nuclear reactor, just coating the floor. Um, so in like a honeycomb, and then suspended over the floor would be metal walkways, and then they would have like this ladder that goes out with a weighted end, and like people would crawl on the ladder, and have these like tongs. Hold on, there'd be like walkways like this, suspended, and then a big old floor of specimens everywhere. And then you'd have this like crane ladder thing like this, and have a person on it like that, weighted on the other end, like a dude on the walkway, like turning it left and right so you can pick the right specimen. And they'd have like claws, not claws, tongs, like pick up the specimen and then retrieve it back, which is just really cool. So that's why they're hexagons, is because they're like stacked next to each other. Uh, Yeah. I think it is that's definitely gonna be a thing. I'll have to think about what character I'll give that trait to, but I have thought about the idea of like somebody fucked their own lungs up to the point where they have to have the supplementary lungs, the sacrificial lungs, to sustain themselves. Um, yeah, I definitely want that to be a character. Don't know which one. I mean, you can do it if you'd like. Stopping you. Tarp. Uh, uh, ang game you. I did to you. No. Ay, อะไรปลาทองอันนี้เดี๋ยวหมายถึงว่าแกดูดออกหมดแล้วแกค่อยเห็นว่ามันแห้งตายละ No, I'm here. What? I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I haven't gone anywhere. Verse. Checking out. Yeah, that's good. I like this guy. Also, there's an oil lantern here, so that's how I'm gonna do the lighting. Basically, all here, going outwards, casting like harsh shadows here. And then the specimens would faintly glow orange as well. Have that be like a secondary light source. I know it doesn't make sense for them to be stacked all crooked, but yeah, I'll have to figure out an arrangement for the curses on his back to make it like look nice. This is just messy. There has to be a way to like make them look more appealing. Front of their body hollowed out, have a cavity since the lungs are just gone. Oh, that'd be cool, yeah. It just caved in, his lungs like degraded. I like that, yeah. I think I'm realizing I'm just bad at drawing hexagons. Hold on. I think what would be good would be for me to just draw it out fully. Thing is, half of it's obscured. Just hard to get. It's gonna a thing like this so see what the hell I'm. So this is the space we can versus can occupy. So I feel like it'd be good if they're stacked on top of each other. They shouldn't be like glass to glass hitting each other. So you'd want to lay one of the flat sides down. Yeah, but this is an issue now. Like, if I stack them actually how they're supposed to be, then you're not gonna see them in silhouette at all. And they're gonna be obscured by this fucking stick out that much. Unless I make them bigger. Let me think. I mean, it could also just be padding. Backpack pushes everything up a little. Like maybe the backpack doesn't have a hard backing, so it's sort of just against his back, like a bunch of cushioning in the frame of it. So that might just push the verses up. It would also make sense why there's this bend here, because that's literally the middle of his back, so these wouldn't like line up nicely. So one of them would be here. And maybe we lay one on the side. I said no to that, but I feel like it just have one on the side as well. I don't really care about the perspective being perfect. Like, I could totally model this shit out, Blender, make it perfect, but it's gonna be really hard to tell if it's wrong. I mean, like, if I just draw it and render it, it's not gonna be able to tell wrong or right perspective-wise, piled on top of his back. Then I want some sort of like tube next to it. Other thing. I think it'd be fun to have it like sticking out, like a lot longer. So it adds some like interest. No, curses are stored in honey. Blood honey, specific. It's made in Burla. He needs his gun as well, but I just remembered. I feel like his gun would be under his arm. I think it makes sense for Hatchfolk to have them slung over the body like this so they just hang underneath them. It'd be a lot better compared to just having them on the backpack, because it'd be really hard to reach back there in emergency situations. So it makes sense if he had like a sling that went from this side over here. So his gun would pretty much be on his lap here and going behind himself under. That seems kind of like really hard to read, because that's going to cover a lot of the silhouette here, also the tubes here, and the gas mask. And there's already a lot going on down there, so I feel like just for the sake of clarity, it'd be better to have it like hung on the side of his backpack on this side. It wouldn't be efficient, or wouldn't make sense like character-wise, but it make better sense image-wise here to look at. Yeah, but then you also just only see the barrel, which is kind of a shame. I guess I could like lay it across his backpack like this, but that just seems. Is his gun a super soaker full of blood? Gun. No, he's not using blood anymore. I've ditched that idea. I like the dolls more. I mean, it made the most sense if he just puts his gun down. But I really want it on him. Can't put it anywhere here. It has to be behind him. Would have it. Also, it made more sense if he has a fucking pistol. But again, I think it'd be fun to have him have like a hooked rifle that he uses to like grab things from afar, like the curses. Here, behind these, so, or no, they're on shoulder. And that can just like sling up to that shoulder, come back down, and just tied to that so to slip down his arm. Good. So let's like the backpack poking out like. Okay. Gun. So the strap of his backpack. Gun. I don't think he'd have a pistol. It's already enough. Enough shit going on anyway. Let this figure it out. Enough to have the stick of the backpack reach beyond shape. It'd be like scroll. จะเอายันใส่ชุดของมันอะอะเอ่อก็ไม่กันคำต้องสาปKinda sucks that his other leg is perfectly behind this arm. This makes it harder to tell this set apart. Not good. And it's kind of hard to have it be readable anyway with his crunched up pose. Just looks like a pile of stuff, pretty much, if we look at its silhouette. Can't be helped, but I want to alleviate the issue as much as possible. Swoop of the pipe is perfectly aligned with the fucking, yeah, the elbow. Rather droop down even. To do with that leg. What to do? Oh, yeah. Oh. Maybe I should remove the lamb foot hanging from his shirt front more. here. Or maybe just remove them from this arm entirely. Because, like, look, with the original pose, it's a lot easier to tell that his leg is there. Because, well, his suit isn't that bulky. Now that there's, like, a bunch of shit in the way, it gets harder and harder to tell. This is better, having removed that, like, charm wrist. Definitely. I think I can't have the jacket stop here. That's the same line as where the leg is. That's gonna make it confusing. So I need to have it stop, like, here. And also be, like, more of a crossed shape. Because if I make it straight, it's gonna fucking confuse the damn gas mask cable as well. I'm thinking the hooves are a separate piece of clothing as well. That'd be I can put ching on the side, tie it, have it tuck the pants into it to add some layers to the leg. Higher. And then I'll reconsider the hooves here. Still want. He has a bunch of neck already. Like, no. Honestly, I think it's fine without them. Just have them be around the neck. Gives the legs and arms being less busy is actually really nice. Are you going to add straps to keep the curses from falling from their back? Well, yeah, right here, there's straps. It's just still really messy of a drawing, sketch. Yeah, probably want to remove those goat legs from the arms and legs entirely. Then it makes it look more agile, actually. I think I like that it's just fucking cluttered on the back, and the rest is kind of leaner. I think it works. I think it works. I mean on top? Yeah, I'll draw those. Well, I erase those to make sure the shape is right. I'm gonna add those back in. เขาคิดอยู่ว่าไอ้ขาแพะที่เขาวาดไว้บนคอมันก่อนหน้านี้เขาใส่ตรงข้อแล้วก็ตรงขาด้วย แต่มันทำให้ภาพดูรกไปอะมันดูยากเลยว่าเขาควรเน้นไว้ดีกว่าไว้แค่ตรงคอเยอะไปยังไม่ได้วาดยันก็จะวาดใส่หน้าผากเนี่ยแล้วก็ไล่ลงหลัง Speak Mandarin? What? No, no, I speak Thai. It's Thai. I'm speaking Thai. No worries, no worries. Mistake. Yeah, honestly, I think it's have the legs be around the neck. Nowhere else. It definitely helps with the. Was there a name for that railgun lobster thing? It was the fuck was it? The slag shell. That's what it was. Funnily enough, its name has nothing to do with the. I guess its other feature is what the name refers to, is the big shell with a fucking furnace in it. Uh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just color him in, cause I want to see what the shape of the silhouette is like. I doubt it's gonna be good, and I'm just curious. So it's gonna, and also it's gonna help us see better, so we will know which parts aren't him. Like the gaps here, probably gonna help with clarity quite a bit. Arm, gun going across. Sadly, I lost the shape of his ear. Can probably move some things around to have the tip of the ear be clear. Also, I can probably gun down to have a gap there, and then have the curse be lower down, like, well, no. The gun being a little down to get a gap there. Gun down, so I don't get. I didn't really need to do that. I could have just erased it and drew it again. First down. I'll have to move it considerably, and I kind of like that it's like really close to his face. So I think the ear overlapping it is fine. Just have to make the shape prominent enough that and then we can also just try out colors roughly, see how that goes. Curious what the like. And these tattoo things I think I'm not gonna do in the line work. It'd be a lot easier to do them in the color. So I'm leaving them off the outfit for now. Then I can just put them on a separate layer and then mess with them by themselves, so it's easier to change things, play around, see what I like. Where did you get that brush? It's just the base brush, or it's one of the base brushes in Krita. They just changed the average size of it. So when I reset it, it's like 5 pixels, which I don't use any. I didn't change anything about it. It's just the brush with like the 3 pencils next to each other, 3 green pencils in Krita. I use it for practically everything: line work, coloring, shading. Don't change brushes really. Besides sometimes for like dirt stuff, I use like a little speckle brush, more like a stamp, so I can just add dirt quicker. But it okay, there you go. Mask, and then I can. I'm just gonna throw colors around and see what happens. Just want to see what works and what doesn't. Let's do, if it's gonna be a white character, I guess I can use the version like shawls again. I feel like those would be common, considering how many Russian soldiers have them. Yellow, so like the orangey glows. Maybe he does like cover his hand blood, striking color, to help like protect against curses. It'd be fun to just have that be stained on the glass as well. You can see evidence of it like everywhere. It's like on these things because he touched those, and then maybe like on his legs because he wiped his hands or something. That can be an idea. Because then we can have like a nice bright color. Red. Right? Have those organs. Suit's certainly not gonna stay clean. And legs are definitely. Then we can add like the tattoos. I don't color the tattoos. Just a black. I'll just copy this for now because I'll have to change it up a bit because it's gonna feel a bit wrong just copying Tai Yun straight up. Just, oh, I forgot I was gonna put that on a separate layer. Definitely have to find a good color for make the image too. Uh, have to find a way to make that nut. We'll find it. Make it like. To have who or patterns opposite to the that man is attracted to. Yeah, I've already. Many people have already suggested that. I'm still not sure about it. I don't think it'd be like. It wouldn't really be resistant to magic. It would just not attract it. You know? Which doesn't really do anything against 90% of things. Like, curses wouldn't care, I don't think. I'll definitely have to find a way to make it not look messy. Tattoos. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress till now. Seems like it's definitely a character, which is good. It definitely looks like a thing. It has some personality to him. Yeah, I'll tinker away with it off stream. I've had enough. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna disappear though. Uh, Gotta go shove myself in the blizzard, less than 5 inches of snow. So see you later, maybe. Yeah, take care. I'm gonna go too. I hope you enjoyed that. Really happy with what we came up with. I'll work on it off stream more. Bye bye.